You guys ready? Okay. Aloha and welcome to the Hawaiian Humane Society's Tuxes Tails virtual benefit. My name is Grace Lee. I'm with Hawaii News Now, but tonight I'm going to be your host for the evening. Along with my co-host, we have Charlie right here, looking so dapper in his tuxedo. We also have Mr. Bubbles. I think Mr. Bubbles is looking for some treats. I'm not gonna lie, we've been giving them treats throughout this whole time to get them to sit here with me. But these guys, Charlie and Mr. Bubbles, they're both proud Hawaiian Humane Society alumni. And they are excited, right guys, to help fundraise for the thousands of other animals that still need help to find a home. Celebrating its 138th birthday this July, the Hawaiian Humane Society is Oahu's largest animal welfare organization. This touches the lives of hundreds of thousands of people and pets every year. Don't take it personally, okay? But tonight, despite what we all do, this is going to be a special 1-hour event in place of the Tuxes Tails Gala. We're going to celebrate the joy that animals bring to our lives and share how you can help ensure that the Hawaiian Humane Society can continue to meet the growing needs of our community during these trying times. These guys, they're ready to go. They want to do all the fundraising they can. First, though, I want to introduce you to two amazing ladies. They are the event chairs for this year, Shelly Kramer and Denise Hayashi Yamaguchi.
Aloha, and thank you again for joining us tonight for our Tuxes Tails virtual benefit. Denise and I are proud supporters of the Hawaiian Humane Society and their continuous work to provide our community an animal welfare organization based on the compassion and humane treatment of animals. I'm also thrilled that this organization partners with our youth and teaches them about animal welfare and philanthropy.
My husband and I are blessed to have a little dog named Mika, and while she is not a shelter dog, we believe that every dog should have a loving home, and that's why we're so committed to the Humane Society. As co-chairs for tonight's event, Shelly and I knew how important raising funds would be for the animals. We, along with our amazing event committee, were dedicated to still having Tuxes Tails despite the pandemic.
Since we went virtual this year, we are thrilled to share the glitz and glam of Tuxes Tails with all of you. Our event theme is Paw Parazzi, and we've rolled out the green carpet so that together we can reach our goal of raising $1 million for our animals.
A special thank you to our Ohana of sponsors who are helping us reach our goal and making tonight possible, especially our presenting sponsor, Saks Fifth Avenue. Thank you again for joining us tonight, and please enjoy the show.
Now, please welcome the Hawaiian Humane Society President and CEO, Anna Neubauer.
Hi, thank you so much, Denise and Shelly. We are so grateful for your leadership and support of this truly amazing event. Thank you for joining us this evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to be here with you tonight. I'd like to share a little bit more about myself for those of you that haven't had the chance to meet. I look forward to meeting you in the future. But just very briefly, I came here towards the end of 2019 after having been in Colorado for just over 20 years. I was at multiple different animal welfare organizations while I was there, as well as getting my college degrees when I was younger. And my very first job when I was 14 years old in California after school was cleaning the kennels at the back of a veterinary hospital. I absolutely fell in love with working with animals, working with veterinary medicine, and focusing on animal welfare in general. And since then, this has been my passion. And I am so blessed to be here with all of you tonight and to be on this island to help our community make a difference for the animals and people. Thank you so much. I'd like to share a little bit more about what we're focusing on our team here, as well as the Hawaiian Humane Society. So with an all-new leadership team starting in 2019, we are focused on being a true community-driven animal welfare organization that follows and even leads in employing and developing best practices for animal well-being. We are guided by the ideals of socially conscious sheltering and are committed to seeking the best possible outcomes for all of the animals in our care and in the community we serve. I am so incredibly excited for what the future holds for our organization and for our community. Since 1883, when 350 concerned citizens, including King Kalakaua himself, organized what became the Hawaiian Humane Society, we have continued to grow and evolve. From when our first office was a cottage on the Iolani Palace grounds to 1942 when we moved to our current campus here in Mo'iliili. And soon we will be expanding to West Oahu so that we can continue to best serve the animals and people of our community. We're excited to share more about that later on. From 1897, when Helen Canal Wilder was given the authority to enforce animal cruelty laws as the first female police officer of the Hawaiian Police Force, to today, where our team of humane investigators work with the Honolulu Police Department to help enforce animal cruelty laws on a daily basis across the entire island. The services we provide continue to change as well, like our community spay-neuter center that opened towards the end of 2018. Through that effort, we have spayed and neutered over 10,000 cats and dogs in order to reduce the pet overpopulation crisis that our island faces. Our ongoing work would absolutely not be possible without the support of you, our community. We thank you for your continued trust in our organization and in our mission. We are also incredibly thankful for the leadership of our board of directors. Without them, we cannot do what we're doing now. I'd like to take a minute and introduce Jenny Tu, our Hawaiian Humane Society board chair, and with her tonight is Tulip, a very special friend.
Aloha. I'm honored to be the board chair of an organization that does such remarkable work in our community. I joined this board because animal welfare is my priority, with the thought of impacting the animals of Hawaii. But what I didn't realize was the impact the organization would have on me. Over the years, I have adopted all of my dogs from the Hawaiian Humane Society, including Sweet Tulip here back in 2019. Tulip was severely abused by her previous owner and suffered a head injury, fractured pelvis, and broken ribs, as well as having to have a leg amputated. Because she was such a severe case, the Humane Society asked if I could help care for her during her recovery and the trial against her abuser. Of course, she stole my heart, as you can see, and Tulip has become a permanent part of my family. This kind of life-saving and life-changing work is what continually inspires and motivates me to support and help lead this organization. I'd like to also take this moment to thank Shelley Kramer, Denise Yamaguchi, and Anna Neubauer for their vision of this year's Tuxes Tails, and a heartfelt mahalo to our board of directors, all of our donors and supporters, and that means you, and our volunteers and staff, because without you, we could not do what we do at the Hawaiian Humane Society in providing this life-changing work. Mahalo and aloha.
I'd like to introduce you to Kai, our adoptions manager. She's going to share a little bit more about our adoptions process.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me. So welcome to our adoption center here at our campus in Mo'ili'ili. We have multiple offers for our adopters in terms of appointment services. So due to COVID-19, we have adjusted some of our programs here on campus. So we have virtual appointments that allow those who practice social distancing that would prefer to just do a phone consultation, which has been a great hit. And we've also had very many successful adoptions during the last few months during that. And then we have now recently opened up our campus back up. Again, it's only by appointment service, so we have about 28 appointments every day with also walk-in services that are allowed too.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And Kai, about how many adoptions are we doing every year?
Every year we hit about 7,000 plus in terms of adoptions. And then we also have our off-site partners too. So we're happy to be partnered with Petco. So we have 6 stores total throughout the island that we house cats at. And then we also have 2 private partnerships with Hawaii Cat Cafe and then also Pounce Hawaii. So during the year of 2020, we hit a total of 1,700 adoptions through all of our partnerships.
That's amazing. With such great partnerships that we have. So we really rely on our community partnerships to be able to adopt more animals out, and bringing animals to where our community members are at is really important because that allows more animals to be right where they're at anyway, right? And so they're more likely to get adopted much faster that way. Not only do we have partnerships locally in our community, but our pet food that we feed our animals in the shelter, as well as that get to go home with the animals upon adoption, is a great partnership through Hill Science Diet. And so we just want to really thank them for what they do for us, because Without that, we would have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on pet food annually to feed the shelter animals, as well as provide support to the new pet adopter. And this is a great relationship that we have with them.
Yes, absolutely. So Hill Science Diet has been a huge support to all of us here and also with our offsite partners. So
Great.
all of our animals that are adopted through us get to go home with sample bags and also discounts to help with adopters too.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kai. We're going to head out and look at a couple of the animals that we have available for adoption so we can kind of get to see and meet our animals here on campus.
Hey, aloha, Henry Capona here. Mahalo for joining or tuning in to the Tuxes Tails virtual benefit for the Hawaiian Humane Society. Hope you guys are having a beautiful, great time wherever you are. Anyway, you guys know how much the Humane Society do, and it takes a lot of love, a lot of heart, a lot of compassion, a lot of understanding, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. You know, I thank you for supporting them. With that said, I'd like to do a song for you. The song goes out to you from our four-legged friends. With you, I feel so happy inside. I can look life in the eyes and smile with you. I know you'll always be there. I know you're someone who cares. I can feel it in my heart when I'm with you. I've got a friend in you, a friend forever. I've got a friend for life. I've got a friend in you, a friend forever. I've got a friend. I've got a friend for life. With love, we can conquer the world. We can find a way through it all, you and I. With love, I've got a friend for you, a friend forever. I've got a friend for life. I've got a friend in you, a friend forever. I've got a friend. I've got a friend for life. And I know the time will come and go. I know the life will carry on. But I'm not alone in this world to live. There's a lot more love we can give. I've got a friend in you, a friend forever. I've got a friend for life. I've got a friend in you, a friend forever. I've got a friend. I've got a friend for life. For life. For life. I've got a friend for life. All right, I can hear all those four-legged friends barking and meowing and all that good stuff.
Mahalo for joining us for the Hawaiian Humane Society's Tuxes and Tails virtual benefit. I'm your host, Grace Lee from Hawaii News Now. I got Charlie right here just hanging out and relaxing as my co-host. And we have Mr. Bubbles here, who is not quite as excited as Charlie to be here, but don't they look great? Now, we're excited that they're here with us to support the Hawaiian Humane Society. Now, if you want to offer a donation, all you got to do is text animals to 243-725. You can bid online at bidpal.net/tuxesandtails. Every gift makes a huge impact, just know that. Only $25 provides a week of food for an animal in their care. $100 helps to microchip 12 animals. $50 provides veterinary exams for 2 animals. $250 covers the cost to shelter and care for a pet before adoption. The online auction is now open as well. Mr. Bubbles just having a little fun here. Now, the online auction is open through May 25th, so you want to hurry before it closes. There are items like an original one-of-a-kind Satoru Abe piece. You can also experience for 2 at the Anantara Hoi. It's a luxury resort in Vietnam. I hear it's great. And we have a night on the sea on a private yacht complete with Dom Perignon tasting and culinary delights. Doesn't that sound great, Mr. Bubbles? Mr. Bubbles wants to go with you. All right, your donations help the Hawaiian Humane Society do remarkable things like you're going to see in this next story.
About 1.5 years ago, we really looked at everything we were doing as an organization and said, what are we doing out? Are we doing enough out in the community? Right? So our work doesn't just sort of start at our gates. It doesn't just start when our field services van arrives at a call. It really is about being preventative. So Pet Kokua is our multi-channel sort of approach to making sure that we're helping people in the community who need help providing the care for their pets.
It pretty much came about when COVID hit. So many people were losing their jobs, their hours were being cut. They didn't know where their finances were coming, and we were concerned that that would start bringing pets into the shelter system, which we didn't want to have.
So one of the things that I think the Humane Society, that we're trying to do a lot better now, is to be accessible. We have opened up a place in Waipahu at the Filipino Community Center, which is a food bank, kind of a resource center.
You shouldn't have to give up your pet because you can't feed them for that month because you're not sure when your unemployment check is going to come in or whether you're going to get a job. So we provided pet food to families in need to get them through the month to ensure that their pets can stay with their family.
The other thing is having these mobile vehicles where we can go out and bring services to folks. Flea and tick medicine, vaccination, all those things that they're basic for pet owners. But for a lot of the community, it's a challenging thing.
We speak with a lot of homeless pet owners, and to them, their pets are their family, it's their everything. A lot of them don't want to move into housing because they can't bring all their pets with them. So it's up to us to make sure that if we're able to, we can provide services to their pets while they're with their owners. And what we often see is that these pets are happy and they're healthy.
25% of our neighbors who live outdoors most of the time have pets, and we want to be able to help them. And you cannot just roll up and say, take our help, or get your dog spay-neutered. You have to build a relationship. That first time you show up, they may not want to have anything to do with you, but they may see you work with someone else, another pet, get care. Next time you show up, you may have a different approach.
We know how important it is to people to have their pet around. It's their everything in the world. And to their dog or their cat, their people are their everything, so we don't want that bond to break. We want to keep them together, and if we can help that happen, then we are happy and satisfied, and we're just very humbled that this program even exists.
Peaceful is Makua in the evening. Above us all the hoku shining bright. And once we're there, we never feel like leaving to return to Honolulu City night. So we stay here in Makua, where life is simple and free, where the mountain, the valley, and the ocean make us realize where we wanna be. Now white sands and blue waters say good morning as we watch the night swim so playfully. They've come with the whales to greet us at the dawning of another sunny day for you and me. We lay our nets at the setting of the sun to find it full of ia when the morning comes, and with the ua koko over us in Makua. For this whole island na mahalo e ke akua. Magic is Makua, our aina, a land that belongs to you and me. It's the pu'uhonua for the kua'aina, a place where all Hawaiians should still be free. So we stay, oh we stay here in Makua, where life is simple and free. The mountain, the valley, and the ocean make us realize where we wanna be on another sunny day for you and me, in a place where all Hawaiians should still be free. In Makua, Makua.
This is Tatiana, our Veterinary Services Manager. Tatiana, why don't you tell us a little bit more about the activity that goes on here every day?
Yes, so as you can see, we're pretty busy. We definitely stay pretty busy. On average, we do about 50 surgeries a day, and that can be feral cats, owned cats and dogs. So we do a number of spay and neuters here. We've been open since 2018, and we've been pretty busy. We've done now almost 10,000 animals, or over 10,000 actually.
That's
We've done
incredible.
over 10,000 animals, so that's a huge milestone for us. We're really, really proud of that.
Incredible. Yeah, I know we're hoping to do another 10,000 in short order, which is really exciting.
Yes.
What's the greatest number of animals we've done in one day here?
Oh man, I've seen 80 animal days. 85.
Excellent.
We've stayed busy. Our numbers have gotten up there.
Excellent. So. We have such a great team here, and they really are specialists here in this location because of the volume that we have to do and the technique that's involved in doing these special surgeries. So we have a veterinarian behind us, and we keep her busy all day long while she's here. And we're so grateful that our community supported these efforts and we're able to provide the service to everybody in need and to make sure that the cats in our community are well taken care of. We really appreciate that. Have you heard any great stories from any of our community caregivers or pet owners?
Yeah, we've had a couple of interesting stories. We've actually been able to reunite owners with their pets through spay and neutering of free roaming cats. So we've had a couple of reunitions. Yep, so that's been a really awesome story. We've also been able to really change, I think, like the quality of life for a lot of animals just by providing that spay and neuter education to our community. So that's been really great.
That's great. Thank you so much, Tatiana.
Thank
you guys for letting us disturb your surgical day.
As a not-for-profit in Hawaii, volunteers are our lifeblood. You know, they really are such an integral part of our team. It's really remarkable just the depth and the breadth of their service.
I'm 8 years old, but I'm turning 9. I've been volunteering since last year.
So every Sunday we help out at the Baratenia Petco. So we are the off-site cat adoption volunteers. and we'll go and clean the cages, and Tristan will play with the cats and do a lot of the enrichment.
These pets are awaiting their forever home, and they're awaiting that family to love them. And in the meantime, our volunteers are able to provide that care and that compassion and that comfort for them while they wait for their family to adopt them.
We feel like we're not even doing anything, like we're just spending time together playing with cats at Petco, but I think it's great that it doesn't seem like we're doing much, but it makes such a difference for the cats to, get them out of their shell so that way they can get adopted. So this whole experience has really exceeded my expectations.
With our volunteer programs, we know why people are interested in coming here. It's no mystery. We love animals. That's why we're here. We're all like-minded individuals. I think in this world where we're so connected by social media and perhaps we don't even see our best friends, all the time, and even our family, with the pandemic, there's a lot of things dividing us. But I think what's really special about this place and what I hear from our volunteers is this place brings people together, and our program brings people together. And our volunteers come for the animals, but they stay for the people and the friendships they've made.
How long do you want to volunteer for?
Forever. Forever and ever and ever.
On behalf of the Gus family and our 4 rescues, Lola, Jax, Stella, and Axel, we love the Hawaiian Humane Society.
Thank you for doing all that you do to advocate on behalf of Hawaii and all the animals that make up our community and bring us joy and love every day.
Aloha. Animal welfare is my priority because animals are so helpless and innocent, and they depend on us to do the right thing for them. That's why I'm such a big supporter of the Hawaiian Humane Society, because that's what they do every day. They live up to their mission of promoting the human-animal bond and the humane treatment of all animals. And I'm so grateful for them, for the wonderful work they do, and to be a part of it.
Hi everyone, my name is Juliet Kramer and I am the chair for the Junior Development Council for the Hawaiian Humane Society. First of all, I would like to thank all of our supporters, especially Dr. Seo, our presenting sponsor, who has helped to kick off all of our efforts.
It is my distinct pleasure to help the Junior Board achieve their goals and also to develop them as future leaders of tomorrow.
Our council's mission is to teach philanthropy through our generation. We were so fortunate to partner with 2 local businesses, Jams World and Maui Ku'ia State Chocolates. You can check out our collection, which has our Junior Development Council's logo on it, as well as our seagrass collection that you can find in stores. To learn more about us, please check out the Hawaiian Humane Society's website. Thank you so much.
Welcome back to the Hawaiian Humane Society's Tuxes and Tails virtual benefit. My name is Grace Lee. I am from Hawaii News Now. We got our co-host here, Mr. Bubbles. Hi, Mr. Bubbles. He's been doing a great job. Look at his tuxedo. And we got Charlie here also doing a great job as well. Now, we just want you to know that you can support the Hawaiian Humane Society in so many ways by texting animals to 243-725. You can also bid online at bidpal.net/tuxesandtails. You can check out the online auction as well. That is open through May 25th. And there are gift certificates to restaurants like Basalt in Waikiki, Suntory, Diamond Head Market and Grill, plus an assortment of wine and spirits. Bye, Mr. Bubbles.
Every single animal that comes into us starts their stay with us here, whether that's a stray animal trying to find its way home, an owner that can no longer care for their pet, needing to find a new home for them, or our field services team bringing animals in great need from our community here. This is where it all starts. So we're going to take a little bit of time to talk about what we see here and then also talk to a couple of our team members down here. So last year alone, we took in over 17,000 animals through these doors here, and that's everywhere from dogs and cats to chinchillas, guinea pigs, rabbits. We've even had peacocks before. So really everything you can think of has come through these doors. The animals get their initial assessments done as well as vaccinations with our experienced and skilled team members down here. And this really starts that process. They're looking to reunite animals with their families. So as soon as we get them in, they have microchips scanned and they're looking for that owner as quickly as possible. And that's such a critical, important step. So Jenny, tell us a little bit about how we've had to change because of the pandemic and what we're doing in pet admissions right now.
So due to the pandemic, we are offering curbside service at this time. It only seems quiet in here. Admissions is actually a hub of activity. We take in an average of over 50 animals a day. And then we also service other programs associated with the Humane Society.
Jenny, tell me a little bit about how many animals are reunited with their families every year.
So last year we were able to reunite over 2,000 pets with their families.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So many animals get lost out in the community, and we are a resource to help reunite them. So tell us a little bit, if I were to lose my pet, what should I do first?
So if you're to lose your pet, you can definitely go to hawaiianhumane.org. You can fill out a lost report there. And then you can also check the website to see what stray animals would be in our care. Their photos are posted immediately upon intake.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much.
I'm Grace Lee from Hawaii News Now. You can support the Hawaiian Humane Society in so many ways by texting animals to 243-725, bidding online at bidpow.net/Tuxes Tails. You can also check out the online auction open through May 25th. And there is an amazing array of stylish items like the Salvatore Ferragamo bag, a beautiful Maui Divers ring, and eyewear from Oakley, Michael Kors, and more. As an independent local nonprofit, the Hawaiian Humane Society relies on the generosity of its supporters and donors. Your donation of just $25 provides a week of food for an animal in their care. $100 helps to microchip 12 animals. $50 provides veterinary exams for 2 animals. $250 covers the cost to shelter and care for a pet before adoption.
Back in 2011 is when the Hawaiian Humane Society commissioned a study to quantify the need for a campus in West Oahu.
We did a lot of research with our community. We did a lot of surveys over the years. We looked at animal numbers over the years. We talked to people throughout the island and just wanted to understand what is needed and what could we do as an organization to support that.
We were very blessed and we're so grateful that in 2015, D.R. Horton generously donated 5 acres of parcel for us.
So I think a few interesting things about our new campus. It's going to be a little different than our Mo'ili'ili campus. Our new campus is going to have about a 1-acre dog park, and it will be open to the public. We're going to be able to use it for our shelter animals specific times of the day, but it'll be open to the public. And then we're going to have a really spacious courtyard for adoptions. We're going to have a really lovely classroom for education of the youth, adult education, as well as events for our community and really becoming that community resource. So right now, we're looking at an estimated completion date of either the very end of 2022 or the very, very beginning of 23. So December, January-ish of that new year. So in order for us to meet that deadline and to make this sort of our dream, everyone's dream come true, right, is to continue to raise critical funds. We have a capital campaign going on, and we'd love to talk much more about that with anybody that's interested, but we need to raise $10 million in order to make this happen. And we need to continue to support our contractors and our community members in getting all of the pieces in place so we can just move really smoothly with the project and meet that goal and open up to our community over there. We're so excited to do that.
I am so passionate about our animals, and they're helpless, they're voiceless. They totally depend on us to do the right thing for them, to make the right choices for them. And so we have to be their advocate. And so that's why I am so grateful to the Hawaiian Humane Society, because that's what we do. And that is our mission, to promote the human-animal bond and to promote the humane treatment of all animals. And I am such a firm believer in that.
So I hope you guys are having a beautiful time, a beautiful day, and enjoying the virtual benefit for the Hawaiian Humane Society. This song about the place that we all love, our home in the islands. The road goes far away from home, and I get lonely, missing you only. And I'm away, and it's a sunny day. It's not quite the same as the ocean blue. Oh, in the islands. Oh, in the islands. Oh, in the middle of the sea. I'm a happy man in an island band, living the life of a gypsy musician, and it's hard in my head, and the lady of my heart is miles and miles and miles away. Oh, in the islands. Oh, in the islands. In the middle of the sea. There's no other place that I'd rather be. The home in the islands, in the middle of the sea. Keeping real close to my family and friends, taking it easy in the tropical breezes. Oh, in the islands. Oh, in the islands. Oh, in the islands. Lucky we live Hawaii, in the middle of the sea. Hey, thank you everybody. Thank you for supporting the Hawaiian Humane Society. You folks take care and love, peace, and all that good stuff. Aloha.
Tonight, we are celebrating the joy of the human-animal bond and raising critical funds through the Hawaiian Humane Society's Tuxes Tails virtual benefit. Did you know that it costs more than $27,000 per day to run all the programs and services of the Hawaiian Humane Society? In the online auction, check out the special section called The Animal Kingdom. It features special auction and donation opportunities, like having your pet on our newest rescue van. You can always donate by texting animals to 243-725 or bidding online at bidpal.net/tuxesandtails. Here is another look at your donations at work.
This is our veterinary clinic for the shelter. This is where we perform surgery, all of our exams. Any given day we're doing 30 to 40 surgeries a day in here. Everything from spay and neuter. We do quite a bit of spay and neuter. All of our animals are spayed and neutered before they go up for adoption. We do dental procedures and extractions, like Dr. Brooks is performing behind us here. Mass removals, amputations, eye surgeries, all sorts of stuff, all sorts of surgeries in here to make these animals available for adoption.
Wonderful. And the amount of surgeries that we send, I know we send some surgeries out to external clinics. We were just talking a little bit about that. Can you share maybe a few examples of what those might look like?
If there are surgeries that we're not able to perform here, things that are more specialized, we do have a special fund, Max's Fund and Smudge's Fund for cats, that we're able to send animals out to area vet clinics and specialists for surgeries and things like that. So we have sent a few dogs out for parvo treatment, which is a virus that dogs can get that can be pretty devastating without treatment. We have sent surgeries out for everything from fixing broken bones to repairing hips, fractured hips.
And the number of dental procedures, I know we've been increasing recently. We just had a generous donation to increase our dental capacity here, and so we're able to do more and more dental procedures for the animals in our care right now. About how many do you think we're doing on any given day?
Any given day, I would say we're averaging 2 to 3 with extractions. We do some dental cleanings and realize that they don't need extractions, so add on a few more a day for that as well.
Great. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. We do some amazing work here, and it's really exciting to be able to share all what we do with our community and with our donors and supporters out there. We're very grateful to have you join us through our tour today. We really appreciate your support and your engagement with the work that we're doing. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.
Tonight, we have seen and heard many amazing stories of growth, hope, and dedication. As I spoke with the Hawaiian Humane Society team, they shared even more stories with me, including a touching story about a dog named Mana and his owner Glenda that has really stuck with me. In early April, a call came into their humane investigator team for help. Glenda tested positive for the coronavirus and needed someone who could take in and care for Mana as she recovered in the hospital. The Hawaiian Humane Society answered that call and brought in Mana, who was then cared for in a quarantine area for animals exposed to people with COVID-19. At the time, it was uncertain if animals could also transmit the virus, so careful precautions were taken. The most amazing part of the story is the sheer luck that Glenda's ER doctor knew Hawaiian Humane's chief veterinarian. When Glenda's doctor learned about Mana, he immediately connected with Dr. Carter, who was able to share a personal update with Glenda, who at one point was thought to have less than a 10% chance of surviving. After spending weeks in the hospital, Glenda was cleared and she was discharged. Her first stop before home, to pick up Mana. You can support the Hawaiian Humane Society in so many ways by texting animals to 243-725, bidding online at bidpal.net/tuxesandtails. Check out the online auction open through May 25th, like a special escape for 5 nights to the Villa Bodhi in Bali. Up to 8 guests, and it's just 25 minutes from Ubud, an artisan neighborhood with fabulous food. As an independent local nonprofit, the Hawaiian Humane Society relies on the generosity of its supporters and donors. Your donation of just $25 provides a week of food for an animal in their care. $100 helps to microchip 12 animals. $50 provides veterinary exams for 2 animals. $250, that covers the cost to shelter and care for a pet before adoption.
Hei ki o ka ainala, ho'olohe mai ka kola, ina mo o lelola, o ka wakahiko. Mahamano kona Keiki o ka ainala Ho'olohe mai ka koula Ina mo o lelola O ka wakahiko Kala e kupanahala o pua lena lena la ho I ki hapula haoli o waipi o he ali I kaulana o umila keiki puna hele ali loala he enalu akamaila mo I haaha a olu olu Keiki o ka aingala Ho'olohe mai ka koula Ina mo o lelola O ka wakahiko He akua lili o pelela Aloha ya lohi aula Ki I mai ohi I akala I ka ipono hea Ahahanala Keiki o ka ainala Ho'olohe mai ka koula Ina mo o lelola O ka wakahiko Haina mai ka puanala Ho'olohe mai ka koula Ina mo o lelola O ka wakahiko O ka wakahiko Listen to the ancient stories Ooh, listen to the ancient stories Listen to the ancient stories Ooh, listen to the ancient stories
So our field services department, we go out in the field and respond to calls in regards to animals needing assistance. And we got a call from a Good Samaritan who was running and jogging. And he saw the rusted bird cage. It was so out of place that he actually went over to it and there was 2 dogs in there. I made sure to take photos before I took the animals out in the event that we did have someone and could pursue charges. So after that, we took them in and I took them directly to the vet services here and got them looked at.
So these 2 dogs came in to us. One we ended up naming Bonita, the other one we ended up naming the Professor. Bonita had severe dental disease, needed a lot of extractions, a lot of teeth taken out. Her dental disease was so bad that the infection had eaten through the roof of her mouth. So it made a connection between her nasal passage and her mouth. So we had to do dental surgery to correct that. When we took a look at the Professor, his condition was a lot worse, a lot more severe. Our final diagnosis with the Professor was that he likely had a brain tumor, such severe dental disease that it had eaten through his jaw. So having these major medical conditions that were severely affecting his quality of life, being able to provide an end to that suffering through humane euthanasia was the most appropriate thing in his case. With Bonita, we were able to get her on appropriate antibiotics and pain medications until she was ready for her dental. We performed dental extractions, repaired her oronasal fistulas, able to get her rehabilitated and up for adoption. She went up for adoption and was adopted shortly thereafter.
I'm a veteran and I struggle a lot with depression and anxiety. And so before I met Bonita, I would come here periodically to, see the dogs and walk them. I feel like it helped a lot. And one day, I didn't even plan on coming here. Like, I did not. It was spur of the moment, and I was like, "Boop, I'm gonna go get in the car." She was just sitting there, and she looked at me upside down. Like, she was leaning up against the fence, and she looked at me upside down, and she was just staring at me. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're the one for me." Like, it was instant connection. When I first got her, like, she was very distrusting. Like, she was very hypervigilant. Like, she was scared of loud noises. And now she's just like the happiest she can be. I just want to say to the Hawaiian Humane Society and the person that found her, thank you so much. She's my best friend. Like, she's given me a reason to like wake up and smile and like not be so stressed out. So I can't be any more grateful than I am in this moment right now.
Mahalo nui for joining us tonight for the Hawaiian Humane Society's Tuxes and Tails virtual benefit. I think these guys are getting a little bit antsy after having working all night with me. But just know that your gift supports the numerous programs and services, only some of which we highlighted tonight. You can continue to donate by texting animals to 243-725. You can also bid online at bidpal.net/tuxesandtails. We understand that right now, everyone's giving capacity is different. The Hawaiian Humane Society, even accepting in-kind donations, you can find a wish list of items at hawaiianhumane.org. The Hawaiian Humane Society would like to extend a warm mahalo to all of their sponsors and supporters who have made this event possible tonight, including these guys. We're gonna give out kisses, okay? Kisses out to our donors and to all the people who joined us. Good night.